Yeah. And here we go. And now, fighting in the left corner, Timbo Smith. And in my top right, the magician, Lamar. And let's roll.
Well. Good afternoon and welcome into the QB Huddle podcast. That was Brandon Newhy narrating the music coming in. I'm not quite sure why, but welcome into our show here on Tuesday afternoon. As always, I am joined by Lo, and as sometimes I am joined by Brandon Newhy, who left the show in the beginning of the season, but then San Francisco started to have some success, and what do you know? He's back. Although they lost this weekend, so jokes on you. But no, we're happy to have Brandon on the show here on Tuesday. He's supposed to be in Hawaii, folks, but he said, "Nah, I'd rather do the QB Huddle podcast." So he's here instead of traveling to Hawaii. So thank you, Brandon, for gracing us with your presence. Lo, I love the new background.
Great background.
That is fire. Is that a picture that you took when you were there this
Yeah,
summer?
it is. It is. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. We're going to hand out some awards today. We've got QBs on fire, QBs swimming in the garbage juice. You like how I do that? And of course, we have two Brady moments this week. I didn't see one of them, but Lo did, so he's going to bring that one up. We've got two of them. Let's quick go into hot topics, though. We're going to kind of go a little bit different this week. We usually break games down from the weekend, but we thought that's getting a little boring. And Brandon suggested that we have all these hot topics, which is what we used to do. So we went back a little bit old school, right? We're going to take it back to 2024 when we used to do hot topics. So here we go, hot topics. Here we go. The first one is going to, the first question is really for you, Lo, and then I'm going to break it down for you. But the Patriots, are they the number one team in the AFC to look out for right now?
I mean,
I know what
what do
you're
you
going to say
guys?
because you're a
Yeah,
fan.
what do you guys think? Yeah, I can't remove my bias on this one. Look behind me. Yeah, we're a team to be reckoned with. We just went toe to toe with, gunslinger himself. Another notch on Drake May's belt. It wasn't pretty, but he won the game in Tampa against Baker. I don't care how many people were injured. That's part of the game. But there was key moments, man. I don't know if y'all guys tuned in. It was actually on television here in Dallas, so you know that game has to mean something. But Drake May threw a fade route on, pretty much fourth and goal, which was live and die because at that point you'd already gave away a play. Vrabel would have gotten a lot of shit for that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's a great win. It's a great win. Oh, yeah, we're not shying away from it. He didn't shy away from nothing. Like,
that's great.
Vrabel
that you
knew
gotta
what was
win.
going on. So
But are
we got to
you the
win
team?
in Tampa.
But
Yeah.
are you the team? Are you the team in the AFC?
Who are we? You tell me.
Are you
Is
the
it your
team?
Bills? Is it your Bills?
I
No.
do not think it's the Buffalo Bills
Okay.
right
Is
now.
it the
No.
Chiefs right now? Potentially, but it's a bumpy road. But right
I,
now, if playoffs started,
I think
we're sitting at like third
you're missing
third
out
seed.
though. You're missing out on the Colts, who are 8-2. The Broncos are 8-2. Baltimore is rising. I think a full strength Baltimore team is better than the Patriots. I will say this though. I looked at the schedules. I broke them down a little bit. The Colts, they need to play KC still, and the Seahawks, and San Francisco, and 3 division games. The Broncos have the Chiefs twice, the Chargers, the Packers, also as hard games. While the Patriots, they seem to have a little bit of an easier road. They have to play Buffalo still. I believe that game is in Buffalo, or in New England rather. So
Been
they have to
there,
play
done that.
Buffalo, but it's at home. They have to play Baltimore. That's gonna be a game that really proves it. And they have to play the Colts still. And they need they need to play. That's it. Buffalo and Baltimore. They're 2 tough games left. From a schedule standpoint, it's all in front of the Patriots to go grab that number 1 seed. Brandon, what do you think about the Patriots and number 1 team?
Their schedule really plays in their favor. While we may think they are, Low may think they're the number one team. What does concern me is your only 2 wins are versus teams with winning records. and you're going to play four teams, another two teams with winning records. So, I mean, how does that play out? Are you gonna squeeze those two out and roll the rest? But you may have some trap games, right? Following in, I know it's divisional battle, but right now the stars align for you guys. You guys are capitalizing on everything. I would just say the strength of schedule does really help, especially with a new coach in Vrabel. New beginnings for the Patriots. Drake May's really feeling himself. The run game, Henderson's really getting going. I noticed when you guys rush for over 50 yards, you win a game. So maybe the goal is to rush for 50 and you'll win,
And that was
even
the
if it's
first
only
game.
less.
It's a full team, man. The
Yeah, you
Patriots
guys look good.
defense. That's the first time they gave up more than 50 yards on the
Yeah.
ground to a single running back. So it's all coming together. There's growth. I think the team is growing.
Mm-hmm.
They're the number one team due to everything you said.
Yeah.
Everything you said
They're
because of
taking
the
advantage of
schedule.
their schedule.
Exactly. There's nothing they can do about that. I
Nope.
don't think that they can win a playoff game just yet, but a win in Baltimore notches off that belt. Silence Buffalo possibly ends their playoff chances if Broncos, Chargers, these are all AFC teams, Chiefs. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight.
So speaking of the Patriots, they've got a guy there, Lo, that you think should be in the MVP conversation in Drake May. Brandon, I'm going to bring this to you. Are we looking at Drake May, Matthew Stafford at 37 years old, who might be playing his best football of his career? Or is there somebody else that we should be taking a peek at from your eyes as far as MVP for this year?
I mean, you got to mention Jonathan Taylor. I mean, he
That's my
is
guy. That
absolute
would be my
phenomenal.
pick.
But
Yeah.
if it was me right now, it's Stafford, man. I just think he's earned it, and he's playing at a very high level. He makes it look very easy. He's extremely efficient. I think he's got 15 touchdowns to 1 interception in the last 6 games. I mean, dude, or 5 games. No, 6 games. So playing at a high level, I think Stafford and that team are really putting together something special. But along with Drake May, I mean, he's just getting his feet wet and he's doing things that you would see out of a veteran, right? I think that's really important to look at. He also has a great mentor, right, and his head coach as well, because he saw his teammate do it for almost 20 years, right? So, man, it's going to be tight. It's going to come down to the end. But if I say right now, it's probably going to be Stafford. Stafford's to control just because of his experience.
I go with you. I think, when we look at the MVP, it's an award that predominantly is given to the quarterback, right? To a quarterback, usually of the team that's playing the best. Stafford leads the league in touchdown passes with 25. He's just got 2 interceptions. So if we're talking about a quarterback that is going to get the award, Matthew Stafford. But for me, if I had a vote, which I don't, I would go with Jonathan Taylor because once again, this is the second or third year that we see a running back emerge, proving that the running back position is not dead, and it's as important as it ever was. It's really helping Indiana Jones out there in the Indianapolis Colts probably secure a number 2, maybe a number 1 seed as we get through the end of this season. So I think Jonathan Taylor would be my vote. And Lo, I already know who you're voting for because you've been screaming it since preseason.
I have. I mean, Drake May's out there. He's got 19 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions, but that's because he's throwing the ball. His QBR rating's over 100 every game except for 2 this year. He's playing great football despite the talent against, because some of it is still there. The Browns defense was played, the Bucks defense was now played, the Steelers defense was played. It's all lessons right now for him. And the fact that we're talking about midseason, him just getting going, I mean, someone's going to give Stafford a run for his money, but I'm not arguing Stafford up there, dude. He is bald.
He's playing at a very high level, man. I mean, he
give him
might throw for over
weapons,
5,000 yards this year. I mean, this guy's ripping it everywhere.
They're
They're just hitting on all cylinders with play calling, too.
It kind of checks the box that Tim has said in multiple areas. Receivers are dime a dozen. Dude, now that there's a lot of top receivers, it's about the pair. Can you get 2 of them? Can you get 2 matched with the tight end? Do you have the running back duo thing going on to where you don't need the double wide receivers, like the Lions do? Or I don't know. Football's getting good, and these receivers are making these quarterbacks look great.
I
Stafford
agree.
knows what to do.
Yeah. He's got 2 potential, one Hall of Fame receiver, and then the other's on his way. He's
He
he's
quickly,
he's trending up real quick.
I
and
love that
if
we're seeing
not,
a resurgence of Devontae Adams. Personally, he almost died in Las Vegas a couple times,
He's so smooth,
and
man.
here he is back alive and
He's smooth.
well in L.A.
he
I
Doing
just
think
great
I don't
stuff.
know why he needed a quarterback the entire time, and it needed to be the same type of quarterback from the same era. You needed,
they
yeah,
both throw that pill the
Yeah,
yeah.
and
same.
I do say that wide receivers predominantly don't change your team. You don't win because you have a mediocre quarterback and you bring in a great wide receiver because that mediocre quarterback makes that receiver look somewhat average at times. I think what happens is you get a good pairing, Lauren, like you said. You get a savvy, smart, very good placement of the football quarterback like Matthew Stafford, and then you get a Devontae Adams who knows all the tricks, right? They both have all the answers to the test. You can't fool either one of them. And then you've got Puka Nakua, who is a young, athletic, IQ, emerging, and is one of the better receivers in the league. And then you got those two together with Matthew Stafford all gray-haired out, looking like he's 60 out there, but playing like he's 27, not 37. I'm loving Matthew Stafford. It's the season of the Stafford.
I'll say it right now. He's top five thrower of the football all time to me.
Mm.
I don't think it's a question. I mean, the ball, just the way the ball comes out his hand, the type of throws he can make.
He
He's one
played
of
in
those
an
no look
era.
guys. He's a shortstop just playing quarterback. I mean, it is very fun to watch on film.
He played in an era where it's easy to get lost with the amount of QBs that we're playing. So
And
True.
yeah,
makes sense.
and his
That makes
toughness,
sense.
just dislocating his shoulder on the out and trying to throw the ball for a touchdown during his what was it, rookie or second year in the league, man. That's a tough dude. He's
I
just
would
tough.
say
Old school. It's our class. That
Matthew Stafford
0405
is
era.
the
Yeah.
Oh six, excuse me.
perfect. He's the perfect example of how situation matters. This is a guy that spent I don't even know how many years in Detroit.
What,
Never
12?
really never
I
really
think it was
got
like
the
8 or 9.
Yeah, he
Oh,
never really
It
got
was
the respect he
long though.
deserved because he played in Detroit. He never won anything. He was never any good. He was never labeled as a Hall of Famer. Give him a couple years with the Rams, a Super Bowl win, and all of a sudden, what you just said, Brandon, he's top five thrower of all time. We're not saying that if he ends his career in Detroit, maybe
correct. Correct.
situation matters. I've
Nah.
always thought that he was a great quarterback. You could see it in Detroit, but he played in Detroit. And Detroit back then was never good. So tough, but situation matters. And just like Drake May now has a defensive-minded coach, has a really good offensive coordinator behind him. The situation is great for a young quarterback, and look what he's doing. Situation always matters. Yes? Yes. Okay, good. Let's move on. I'm not going to go to Brandon with this one first. I'm going to go to Lowe because this is a San Francisco question. So we'll go to Brando last
Oh, it's
as
loaded. It's
Brandon should
loaded.
be the San
Loaded.
Francisco aficionado. You are the head coach, Lowe, of
This is very
the
simple.
49ers. Brock Purdy's just dropped another divisional game. I mean, Mac Jones has dropped a divisional game. His knee's kind of banged up a little bit. He's limping around the field. And you got Brock Purdy sitting on the sideline. Are we ready to make the change yet? Or is Brock Purdy just going to sit there and keep getting healthier if he's not 100% yet?
He's gonna keep sitting right there. If I ask the doctor, "Are you healthy?" and Doc comes to me and says, "I mean, what's not stop." I want to hear yes, he's good to go, with no nothing, no anything. We can't just have him for 2 games like we did last time. We need him to be great. Right now, 5-2, I think, or something is what Mac is. We'll be okay. It's all right. Like you have to tough that out. Continue what you're doing. Mac is there on an extended 2-year contract, not a 1-year deal. He's there for a reason to help through this process. Man, I don't know. I'm sticking with Mac. Yeah, they
Okay.
dropped the game, but to the guy we just went 10 minutes in depth on is
That's right.
Louisville. So
You're right.
yeah,
You're right.
no, I'm
You're right.
I'm I'm pulling off and I'm still rolling with the Mac 10.
You know, as a coach, I always want my starting guy out there. I think it gives us the best chance to win. We get to run more of our offense. We get to be more dynamic. Uh, but like you said, and we're not in the room, I need a doctor to tell me that my guy is 100% ready to go. And there's, outside of just normal football play, there's not a chance of re-injury here. and we're not going to stunt his career moving forward, and we're not going to be looking in 3 weeks to bring Mac Jones back. So I'm with you on that. We don't know what the talks have been. I assume it's that he's not 100% ready to go, and poor Mac Jones is just going to keep wheeling himself out there because he's the backup quarterback, and as the backup guy, if you have a chance to play, you have to take it no matter what. We saw Carson Wentz do that up in Minnesota, play with a torn labrum for 4 weeks. It's just these backups are taking a beating.
If it means anything to you 49er fans, we
What do
saw
you think,
Mac Jones
Brandon?
walk around too, so he walks around like it hurts, so he's
He
all
just
right.
walks
He's
around
good.
like it hurts. What do you
Yeah.
think, Brandon? Are you ready to see your guy back in the saddle, or are you okay with Mac Jones for a few more weeks?
I think I agree with both of you in your takes. Good takes, by the way. I think Mac 10 stays in the saddle, man. I think you're completing over 82% of your passes on 39 attempts. Come on, dude. We're not getting you off the field. You're running the offense effectively. Yes, are you a little banged up? Yeah, but shit, so is everybody else. It's week 10, right? So the Brock Purdy situation, me personally, I don't think he needs to play until if we hit the playoffs.
Ooh.
That's just me. I,
So
I, you
let
you
Mac get
can't
you there, and
his
then make a change. I don't know if I make a change if Mac gets me to the playoffs this year.
it's all about Brock's health. If Brock is 100%, his playing style needs him to be 100%. It has to happen,
If not,
right?
then they
And he
double the
has the
Mac
most
Jones
playoff
anyway. Yeah.
experience, right? He has more playoff experience than Mac. Mac, just get us to the dance. If Purdy's healthy, let's go. But if not, if Brock's really not healthy, man, you just got to sit him out for the end of the year, man, because a turf toe will kill a guy's career. It killed Patrick Willis's career. It killed Dion's career.
Yep.
I mean, the list goes on and on. I think it killed Pac-Man Jones' career. I mean, you can continue to go on and on and on. He's still a young guy. I think this is Mac Jones's opportunity if this offense fits like a glove for him. So it's just,
Okay.
hey, let's continue to ride the hot hand. No harm, no foul. Both of you do fantastic things in the offense when healthy. So I just think Mac's a little bigger and can sustain a little bit more punishment than Purdy can right now. So you just got to ride the
Okay.
hot hand.
All right. Brandon Newey does speak for all 49er fans. So they all want to see Mac Jones stay. So we will let Mac Jones
Yeah,
stay.
nothing
Let's go
wrong. He'll be
around.
all right.
Let's go around the horn with this one real quick because the next one is something I think we're going to spend some time on. It may get a little heated. I don't know. But I'll start with you, Lo. Did Dallas do enough? And I know you're both Cowboy haters, so this should be interesting. Did Dallas do enough at the trade deadline to make themselves an instant contender and get back into the playoff race? Lauren, I'm coming to
No.
you first.
No,
No, they
absolutely
didn't do
not.
enough.
Absolutely not.
Yep.
I like what
Okay.
they did. I like what they did. I like the moves. I like it. Look okay. It feels great. Now keep going. It's a first step, but I don't think it's instant contender. I don't think it solves all their problems. I think they're gonna have a new set of problems. Trying to put it all together because now the offense is coming to like a little halt. They're going 20 to 30 miles per hour instead of 55 and 60 like they thought it was. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know for Dallas. I don't. I like it because when they're in shambles, you never really know what's going to happen. But it's funny to watch. It's kind of like a bunch of people trying to get in and out of a car. It's Dak's fault, and the whole time. Dallas is crazy right now. Good additions. They don't know what they're walking into, but there will be nice amenities because Jerry takes care of it. So they're excited to be a Cowboy.
Okay. Brandon, is it enough to get into the playoffs at least? Give me some hope, man.
Terrible.
Man, I mean,
Just need a
y'all
glimmer.
about to go through a stretch, man. Now, granted, the teammate passed away. Maybe that adds more fuel to the fire. Adding Williams and adding the linebacker, which I think those are great pickups. But it's your strength of schedule, man. I just damn, it's hard because you're going against Philly, KC, and Detroit all in such a quick span.
That's
And
three losses in a row.
that could either change your season or it could end it. Right? I think you look at those 3 games in that stretch, those are the games you got to win. I think on the back end, I think you can pull those off. Right? But it really depends on can Dak elevate the team?
But with 3 wins, if we go out and just lose 3 in a row, we're certainly out. of any playoff contention whatsoever. We could lose 3 in a row because we do not play good against teams that are plus 500. That
You're
period.
already out. You're
Well,
already
you're
out,
out,
man.
man.
Okay,
Next
thanks.
season, how's next season
Appreciate
going to
that.
work for you, bub?
I appreciate
You
I
know,
appreciate
I can
the
answer that for
non-rumor.
all Cowboys fans. Next year, Super Bowl. Super Bowl's next year.
It's
It's the
our
year.
year, but I'm saying when you play with motivation of the death of a teammate, I mean those things can turn around, man. That could either bring that locker room closer together. It could
It
probably
could.
elevate Dak and the rest of the crew. So right now they're kind of fighting on faith right now.
I listen. I agree with both of you. I don't think enough was done. I don't think enough could be done. This offense, when they have both of their top receivers, for some reason the scheme kind of changes. They run a lot of individual routes. They're not doing a lot of combinations and things like this to put pressure on the defense. They just want CD to win, and they want Pickens to win all the time. And I just think it's tough. And the offense is slowed down. The defense may get a little better, but there's still too many holes. Yeah, we're not going to make the playoffs. So this didn't really help us. I think maybe for the future we might be a better team next year, but we still have too many holes to fill. All right, here's the one that everybody wants to talk about. Everyone keeps talking about it. First time in the history of the NFL, maybe I've been watching for 40 something years, that we've talked about a 5th round draft pick who is also the 3rd string quarterback, who's sometimes the 2nd string quarterback. But is it Shador Sanders' time in Cleveland? And why won't Kevin put him on the field? I'll come to you first, Brandon, with both of those questions.
Is it time? Yeah, I think it is. I don't think they're moving the ball enough. Not saying Dylan is playing bad. I mean, 7 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. That's pretty darn good. But I look at this defense and I feel like this defense could be a Super Bowl defense. Not saying
Okay.
Cleveland's going to Super Bowl. We're not saying anything like that. But this is a very, very good defense, right? That gets a lot of takeaways, gets a lot of sacks. We need someone to sustain these drives, and these guys are, I think, last in 3 and outs. Man, they just don't move the ball enough. It's not that Dylan isn't; he's not elevating the team as well. But I think right now you give Shador an opportunity. I think we all want to see it. This guy had the best completion percentage in college football. I mean, he can throw the damn ball, right? Let's strip off the name, right? And I feel like for him to have a shot, it's just it just takes one play. He's one snap away, and we don't want to see Dylan get hurt. He's not elevating the team though. So, but Stefanski right now, I don't know if he likes him, and like Lowe said, it's probably going to create some controversy here. What about you, Lowe?
Yeah, it's gonna. It's the problem is only getting bigger. I've been saying it all year. That I don't see the issue of why he can't play. There, you're 2-7 now. It's the worst hand in poker for you guys. So it's not even a gamble anymore. You're 2-7 off suit. It doesn't work. You need to just have a spark, try something different. And sure, he didn't play bad this time. It's the Jets. Their quarterback was 6-11 for 54 yards with a touchdown and a pick,
Man, like,
and
come
he won.
on.
He won.
Yeah.
He beat you, Dylan
Defense on the
Gabriel.
field the whole game.
How does that make you feel? He's not walking away saying, "Well, I was 17 for 32, 167, and 2 touchdowns." Dude, come on, score more.
Yeah.
I don't. That's the point.
3.2 yards a pass, man. That ain't going to cut it.
Here's what's
He's looking
interesting
out.
to me. Other teams drafted young quarterbacks. No one in Tennessee is asking for whoever Cam Ward's backup is to come in. It took a while in New Orleans for people to want Spencer Rattler out the door.
But they wanted to see show someone who just got drafted.
Nobody in
He was
Chicago
projected a
last
first
year-
round
Let-
pick, dude.
Let me finish. No one in Chicago asked for Caleb Williams' backup last year. But because the Cleveland Browns were dumb enough to draft 2 quarterbacks in one draft, you've got one guy that nobody wanted in Dylan Gabriel. You've got another guy that is a cultural icon and is a fan favorite at this point in time, and everybody wanted to see. You draft him in the 5th round. But here's the reality is that the NFL is a business, and on no other team who has a 3rd-rounder and a 5th-rounder are they thinking about benching the 3rd-rounder with 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, to your point, Brandon, to play the third round, to play the fifth rounder that we haven't seen yet on the field. So to me, Cleveland messed up by taking two quarterbacks in the draft. They messed up by the order that they took those quarterbacks because I don't think Dylan Gabriel was a third round pick. I really think that, and they had 8 quarterbacks, by the way, on the team in preseason. I really think that Shador, like all the other guys, was a second to third round guy. I don't think any of them were first round picks. I was very clear about that. By the way, the only young quarterback in the league right now that is setting the NFL on fire is Drake May. Everybody else is struggling to some degree, whether it's with injuries or with their play on the field. They are struggling. Drake May is the only one that's not. He's in probably the best situation out of all of them, too, by the way.
Shador's not struggling.
Shador's not getting to play. We don't, to be fair, and I said this before, we don't know what's going on in the Cleveland Browns room. We don't know why Dylan Gabriel was number 2 outside of
you said something.
The money.
You said something pretty quick that you ran over that plays a big part in all this, and the NFL is a business. Okay? And good for business is Shador. When these tickets start dropping because you're 2-7, and then you want to turn to him to make money, then it's going to look real. There's no wrong or right answer. They've already laid their bet. I'm with you on that. But we have to figure something out when it comes to you're 2-7. Let the man play. You just lost to the Jets. Any other organization would have turned to another 5th round pick.
What happens if we reel Shador out there? Let's say Dylan Gabriel plays another game or two, it doesn't go well. They've had enough. They wheel Shador out there, and we get the same thing. We get the same exact thing, maybe worse. What happens then? Then
you put him out there. Growing pains. Let him play. Let him compete.
What about JJ?
At least it's not. At least it's not the definition of
See,
insanity.
you're setting this stuff up for JJ McCarthy when in fact, listen, Tim, you're setting. Listen.
I'm just asking the question: what if Sanders comes out and throws 2 touchdowns and 7 interceptions? Are we still saying it was right to bench Gabriel for him? I'm asking the question from a different.
Does he win or lose?
Still losing because it's Cleveland. Still losing.
And you're in the same situation, but you got to see your other guy now.
But you got to see him. You just want to see him.
Listen, this isn't.
I think your organization would want to see him too, unless you just said on we're getting rid of him.
He's making the money.
The organization cares to see a 5th round pick. They shouldn't have picked him in the 5th round.
But they care to see a 1st round pick that no one wanted compared to a 1st round pick that the NFL didn't want.
Whoa! What? Who's the NFL? What do you mean the NFL didn't want? The NFL is not a combined entity. They don't.
And the moment Shador Sanders entered the draft, they found any reason or way possible to highlight certain areas that hurt his draft stock. Not going to the combine. Other guys do it. Is it hurt their draft stock? Sometimes. But no matter what, it's going to hurt him.
But he went to the combine. He just acted like he was bigger than the combine when he was there. That's a little bit.
Is that your perspective? I mean, how?
That's how
guys wear headphones all the time. I mean,
but those same guys took their headphones off and went and threw. Those same guys went into offices and interviewed with teams. He didn't feel like he had to do that because his last name was Sanders. I hate to tell you this, guys. Deion Sanders is a monument in the NFL. Deion Sanders is a NFL legend. Shador Sanders is not his dad.
We know.
I wish everyone thought that. I wish everyone thought that same statement, but unfortunately, everyone in the NFL thinks
because he acted like he was his dad. He walked into the combine like he was his dad, like he was entitled to anything he wanted because his last name was Sanders, and that's simply not the case.
They know
Build
what
your own legacy, young man. Build your own legacy.
I think he is, man. I think he's very misunderstood as a player, guys. Like in a person. Like I think that's the show. He's just a confident brother, man. He's unapologetic. He says how he feels. He's gonna say it how it is, and he backs it up with his play.
I feel like we use that word unapologetic to just do whatever we want to do. I mean, he's becoming the Angel Reese of the NFL from a fan perspective.
My man said Angel Reese. What has he done?
Because whether he plays well or not, whether he gets an opportunity or not, there's always going to be this contingent that want to see him on the field and tell us that he is going to be this. You can't say that.
We can't compare those two.
No, you can't say that anyway because he has not given the chance to play.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. He has not been given the chance, so you can't.
I want to go on record. I want to see him play too. Because there's been so much noise at this point. I want to see what we're talking about. And I
Damn
would think
right.
the Browns might want to see what we're talking about too.
Damn right.
But then again, the GM drafted him against the owner's wishes and against the head coach's wishes. So what did we think was going to happen?
Smart man. Smart man. Not, not like dumb like everybody else. I don't know what he's doing in the fifth round, drafting.
It's
I don't
first
know.
round, second round talent, and he was
Where could
drafted.
Shador play right now and make a difference based on what you think
The
you're going to see
Saints.
from him when he gets
The
on the field?
The
Saints.
Saints,
Okay.
Miami,
The Saints just got a big win
Miami.
with their rookie quarterback, by
Miami.
the way. Maybe
Miami.
Miami. Maybe Miami.
And Shador's better than Show.
Is he? I'm asking, how do we know that he's better? I don't know
He
that he is or
was
not.
he was projected to be better.
He was projected.
Right. The
Who played a
NFL.
better level of competition in college?
He did.
Tyler did.
Tyler played at Louisville.
That's
Shador
a better
played.
level of
Shador played
competition.
in the Pac-10, and he played in the Big 12. We act like that's a scrub conference, Tim.
I didn't say it was a scrub conference. He also played at Jackson
But you
State.
act like he
Not
don't
nearly
play
the level
nobody.
of comp.
You act like he doesn't play anybody.
I'm just saying I don't know who's better because I haven't been able to see Shador.
Well, the
at
guy
this
who
level
completes
yet.
the
But
most
could-
passes, the guy who shows the most clutch ability, the guy
I
who
think I think he might
has
be able to play
ice in his
Minnesota.
veins. I haven't
I think
seen
he
that
might be
from
able to
Tyler.
play in Minnesota. I think he could play in Minnesota.
For sure.
Not without an offensive line, which is what JJ is going through right now. So you
He
can say that.
specializes.
JJ.
He puts up career high and NCAA high numbers with no offensive linemen, with undersized bad offensive linemen.
Yeah, leads the
Jordan did that.
nation in
With two-
completion percentage.
With two A+ receivers in Horn
Yeah,
and
the
two,
NFL
two
is
receivers
full of
that aren't even
them.
playing in the NFL. Right, they're on IR and they're hurt. They don't even start.
Two A
That
plus.
doesn't mean
right?
they weren't great in
2A
college.
You said 2A+ receivers, so that's Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, right? That's what we're talking about.
Oh, you mean the Bolitnikoff winner and the
here
national
we go.
champion guy, the,
How do
the
we
guy
go
who
from-
led the
you know
country
what?
in catches and touchdowns?
Can
Oh,
we
that
keep the
guy.
same? Can we keep the same energy when Shador does get on the field? Can we do what I want you to do with JJ? I want JJ to be allowed the room to grow. Can we allow Shador to have the room to grow?
Well,
I don't
here's
know if
the
his
thing.
fans
You
are
won't
gonna
get
allow
it.
that.
Tim, you won't get that out
He
of us
won't get
because
it. He won't get that anyway. Shador won't
No,
get that.
because the fans think that he's a Hall of
the
Fame Super Bowl winning
expectation-
quarterback, and he hasn't even
listen,
taken
you
a
just
snap
said
yet.
that.
expectation
Nobody
is
said
higher.
that. Nobody said that,
Expectation's
man. I just
matter
think
what.
Shador should be
Higher
given a
for who?
chance.
For Shador,
Yes.
the expectation has to be higher for JJ. He's a national championship winning quarterback. He was drafted in the top 10 in the first round. His expectation is innately higher than what we expect from the fifth rounder who never played in a NCAA playoff, let alone a national title game in Shador Sanders.
One was ready for the league. No matter what college he played for, he was going because he plays like that.
Great pedigree.
Whether it's
You're right.
Jackson
100%.
State, right? But he backs it up, right? So far, he's backed
Yeah.
it up. His whole.
I want to see him play. I'm with you. I want to see it. I just don't
Don't
think
sound like it.
because I don't want to see him play in Cleveland. He's not going to flourish there. I want to see Cleveland let him go to a place where he can flourish, which is why I asked the question, where could he go right now and have an impact? There's got to be someone. The Raiders. If he was in Las Vegas right now, would we be talking about maybe sitting Geno Smith? I hope so, because he's
Not
been
after
terrible.
that 60 mil he just got.
Exactly.
True. Well, he got that money off what he did last year in Seattle, which is nothing like what he's doing this year in Las Vegas. And is that a Raider problem? I'm going to ask you guys that in a little bit. Is that a Raider problem? I don't know. Could be. Maybe. Franchises sometimes suck with quarterbacks. Yes?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Bo
they-
doesn't
they-
say
they-
anything.
Shador could play in a lot of places with injury, due to all types of things. Shador
I
could
think
play.
he'll be a good player, but time will tell. Just
I'd
keep
like to
chopping
see
wood.
Shador
It
go
sucks
to a
that you have
place
to
that-
keep waiting.
I want to
Right.
see him go to a place where he can at least have some talent around him, have an organizational pedigree that is used to having some sort of success. Otherwise, I'm a Sanders fan. I think we're making too much and we're expecting too much of a guy that was picked in the fifth round. Why was he picked in the fifth? I don't know. I don't have that answer. Anyway, let's move on. Before we move on, we have a brand sponsor to talk about. This might help you, Lo, with your chill attitude. This is not Doobie, it's Dubby.
It's Dubby.
Dubby. I looked it up.
Dubby.
Listen, these guys, this energy drink is great. I don't drink energy drinks, but this one's really good. It's a little powder. They come in all sorts of different flavors. They claim to be jitterless. I had no jitters when I drank it. There was no hangover. There was no crash. I felt great. I was alert. The drink is very tasty. You put in about 16 ounces of water. You just pour it in there. And you can get this at a 10% discount if you go to doobie.gg. I'm sorry, dubby.gg /discount /QB Huddle. Automatic 10% discount. And I promise you guys, it is delicious and it will do the job. I take it every night before I go call games. I drink it before this podcast, so I have energy enough to keep up with these two young fellas who are trying to drive me to the brink of craziness. So please get yourself some Dubby with a QB Huddle discount of 10%, right? Because who doesn't want a discount? Free discount just for you. I'm going to keep that there. All right, let's move on. We got QBs on fire. We got to roll through this thing. I'm going to go first because I got the first guy up. We've talked about him at nauseum already. Matthew Stafford was 24 for 36, 280 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's got 2,427 yards on the year, 25 touchdowns, leading the league, 2 interceptions, 114 passer rating. 37 years old, and we might be seeing the best Matthew Stafford version of him that we've ever seen, even in Detroit. So I'm excited to give Matthew Stafford another On Fire award. Congratulations to you, Matthew Stafford. Brandon,
Another one.
you are next on the list. If you guys want to say anything about Matthew Stafford in a good light, please go ahead. All compliments will be accepted for Matthew Stafford.
My guy on
Yes,
fire,
okay,
JG, Jared Goff. Huge W. Put up 44 points. You see Dan Campbell calling plays for my man?
Yeah,
75% completion, 320 yards, and 3 touchdowns. QBR of 94. He is second in the NFL with touchdowns of 20 to 3 interceptions. Jared Goff has played phenomenal in this system for the past 3 years. He's really gotten it out of the mud, and it looks like Detroit is ascending going into the back end of the season.
I love it. I love it. All right. We already know what Lowe's coming with. It seems to be a trend.
Yeah.
But Brandon,
Like
he's
me on
worse
the
than
Purdy
you.
train.
He's worse,
on that
he's
May
worse than
train.
you with the fandom. Golly, it's like the Brock Purdy
It's
train
not.
all
It
over
just
again.
sucks.
It kind of is.
Hey, y'all can say what you want. When guys burst onto the scene, come on, man. What can you do? He did it against Tim, Baker Mayfield. Come on, let's talk
He
about
did.
it.
He did. Lots of
Against
respect.
against
Yep.
a yeah, like he balled out. It was a rough game, but I told you it was going to be a gunslinger. He had to out gunsling him, and that comes with the incompletions because he's throwing the ball deep. The ball was wet. Things were rough early, but man, Drake May connected on a 72-yard to another rookie, Kyle Williams, and then he also had a 54-yard pass to Mac Attack Hollins, uh, showing his ability to stretch the field. Man, he his recent run over the past 3 weeks, all 3 top 15 pass defenses, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and a 64% completion rate, 270 yards per game. He's still playing well, and he's on
I
fire
see
because
you,
he
Rook.
won in Tampa against Baker Mayfield. That
Tough
statement
place to
alone
win.
means you're on fire.
Yeah, I can't agree with either quarterbacks that you have both presented as on fire candidates and award winners. They, we had some good quarterback play this week. I would agree. I think you guys might agree with me anyway that it was tough to just take one each. There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of good quarterback play out there. That being said, there was some poo-poo quarterback play out there as well. Some real garbage juice quarterback out there, and we got to put them straight in the garbage juice pail. And the first one up, this guy is no stranger to the garbage juice. I almost went with the old faithful, Mr. Make-A-Wish, but I didn't want to go that far yet this time. I thought Geno Smith was more deserving. He had 143 yards, one interception, no touchdowns. By the way, he's got 12 picks on the year. There's only one guy that has more. That's Tua, and we know Tua is playing with a lifetime concussion, so there's an excuse at least for him to throw an interception. but not so much for Geno Smith.
Man, get off of TT, man. Come on, man.
My question.
Let him live.
Before we move to the next guy, I've got a question I want to pose to both of you just really quick. Last year, this same quarterback threw for 4,300 yards. He did throw for 15 touchdowns, but already has 12 on the year this year. Is this a Las Vegas Raider issue, or has Geno Smith just regressed that much from Seattle just a year ago?
Ooh.
That's a tough one to answer.
I mean, he gets a lot of tip passes for picks. I mean, he's made some bad decisions. I think he's not afraid to thread the ball and push it downfield. But this offense has somewhat for him. I wouldn't say regress. Like his arm talent's still there. It's just making the bad decisions, man. He's just not seeing the field the way he used to. So he's just got to get back to it. But still a serviceable quarterback for sure.
So
Yeah,
not
you
a
hate to
Geno
say it.
issue, a Raider issue. Sounds like.
That's both.
Yeah,
Oh, a little bit of both. Okay. I'll buy
the
that.
run game
it's
isn't there yet, and Pete loves to run that ball. They're not running the ball
there.
like they can, like that Pete Carroll Seattle, team.
I think you can expect more of this next year, and Geno Smith will still be the guy. They're not going to go out looking for a quarterback. They might bring in some competition later, but they're building something over there, and I think Geno was a part of that. But he's still performing even lower than the expectation probably was, even though it was lower. It's the situation matters. So,
Did
and then
did the
that's
game pass up Pete Carroll? Should Pete Carroll not have come back?
it's just
Just time.
time.
No?
He's
Okay.
on like a
All right.
3 to 4 year
Sure.
plan.
3 to 4 year
Yeah,
plan. Okay. I hope he lives that long. I mean, he is like 105, Pete Carroll. So best of luck to Pete Carroll. Stay around.
When he stops chewing bubble gum, then we should worry
I,
and
about
running
it.
I
around and catching passes
I'm
and
joking. I love Pete Carroll. I love his energy. I hope to be able to be that active when I'm 115 like him as well. Newey, you're up next. You've been waiting for this ever since J.J. McCarthy held the trophy up in the national championship game. I know that you've been waiting for this. So have at it, man. Have some fun. Enjoy yourself.
that's a little weird. First off, you didn't allow me to talk, so that's like the anyway.
Anyway, I
Speaking of
just
Make a
wanted to get
Wish
it out.
quarterback, Mr. JJ McCarthy.
Oh,
JJ McBuns McCarthy. Hey man, I really hope you prove me wrong, but when you let Sam Darnold go from a 14-win team and then you step into the fire with really good talent around you and a good defense and you only complete 47% of your passes and 16 QBR, man, you can't do that. You just can't, right? Multiple. Right now, his stats, I mean, it's just not very good football. We talked about this probably a week ago where this guy has 18 passes per attempt his entire career in Michigan, and now you're asking him to throw the ball 42 times. I don't think he's ever done that, right? So it's more so, okay, how do we develop him a little bit more? He doesn't look calm. He looks skitty in the pocket. He needs to utilize his legs a little more. He just constantly throws nothing but fastballs. Don't see any touch from the kid. I feel like right now, man, this is a big learning curve, but is this going to turn the locker room around? Because they just realized, man, we were 14-win team, second seed in the playoffs last year, and Sam's gone, and he's running the show over in the West, right? And so does that start to really come in, like, because this is a win now team. This isn't a let's just sit back and develop for 3 or 4 years. We need consistency now, not just splash plays. First 3 quarters are atrocious, and then he has this knack for making clutch throws or maybe clutch situations, but right now he's just not there yet. And I'm not bashing the kid. I just hope he steps it up because right now it doesn't look sustainable long term. See, that wouldn't have.
that kind of made me feel a little sad inside
Way too
to hear
nice.
all that.
Way too nice. Way too nice. JJ McCarthy has not played enough football, first of all, for any of us to be commenting on his career, but that's what we do here is comment off of what we've seen. And he ain't showing us much. I'm sorry. He's a basic quarterback right now. He should be performing better with the weapons that he has. I'm not going to go as far as say Jake Browning, but McCarthy has done nothing, especially up to someone who I didn't really pay attention to. And then Tim, you shine this big old bright light on him, and I don't see the spotlight. I feel like he's up there like, oh my God, what is happening?
Well, I don't think he's there. Again, he does have 2 road wins, divisional with fourth quarter comeback. So there is something there. I also told you guys at the beginning he's going to need a while. He's basically a rookie. We lost Brandon. he got out what he wanted to say about JJ and left. So he's
It's
out of
about
here.
that time.
He'll be back, I'm sure. I think he had froze. Hopefully, he will return. You have one guy for the garbage juice also. So let's get into that. I think we spent enough time
I
for
do.
JJ.
It was in the reference of us all getting one this week, and I had to find one, dig a little deeper, but I didn't have to look far because I actually watched the end of this game because Jaguars are always a part of these kind of games, and Trevor Lawrence was on the wrong side of it. 13 for 23, only 158 passing yards. He did have a touchdown, but he had a pick. But what puts him in there for me is he gave up 5 sacks, a lot of them in crucial times. He ran the ball a little bit, but not enough. Um, he just played terrible in losing, and 26. His defense is part of this too, but he seems to be a part of these type of games where the Texans offense scores 26 unanswered in the fourth. So not good for Trevor. And I wasn't going to let it slide because you also lost to not CJ Stroud led Texans, uh, Davis Mills
Oh
led
God, that's
Texans.
embarrassing. Does Trevor Lawrence care about football? Doesn't seem
I
like
think
it.
it's a job to him, and I think he knows. I think it's a job to him, and he got stuck in a very bad cubicle, and
Hmm.
he's trying to, I don't know, find his way out. But now they're bringing him weapons. He plays good system football. He's a big guy. He's similar to Justin Herbert. But this is that year. This is that year he needed to turn it up, and I don't see anything different than what I've seen before.
You don't see anything different. So no, we're not. Maybe he doesn't like football. Maybe he really doesn't. We have, I don't know. We got something going on here. That's just the chat room with our broadcaster or our producer trying to get Brandon back on the show. I'm not sure how we're going to do that, but let's go to the Brady moment. This is the last piece of the show. Brandon and I had the same guy, so I will take this for both of us. You see, I'm wearing a Bears jersey today. This is a Jim McMahon, kind of a throwback jersey to when the Bears were really good back in '84, when we could throw the ball over those mountains. Caleb Williams, down 3 with a minute 47 left in an absolutely crazy game. The Bears get the ball back. The drive begins again with about 147 left and ended with a 17-yard touchdown run by Caleb Williams. The drive starts with a 27-yard pass to Luther Burden, who had a kind of a big game, has had a couple big games the last couple of weeks, gets him all the way down into the 19-yard line. A couple plays later, Caleb Williams around the corner for his second touchdown run of the game, taking the lead 24-20. Missed tackles by the Giants defense allowed the escape and the score. But I tell you, Caleb Williams has been showing now over the last few weeks that he's got a clutch gene about him, and he finds a way to get it done. We saw a little bit of that last year, so we had some glimmer of hope that he could be a guy, but really has shown it in fourth quarter over the first part of this season. Did you get to catch some of that? What did you think about Caleb Williams and that performance this weekend?
Yeah, I caught it through red zone, and at this point, it might be coming more of a custom of his. He's playing really well. I always knew, or not knew, but I always thought that he was ready for the moment. I was in his corner last year when everyone was trying to get rid of him and drag him. But he played a lot of football, and when you see a guy in college, just that last year is boring to him. I don't think we can hold the draft stock in that. He was similar. He did some non-combine participating in certain
I don't like
areas.
that either.
Right, but he's proven and proving that he can hold his own at this level. He made it through a season, and he is already better halfway through this year than he was last year. Not only is he better than what he was last year, but the progression is better too. Like it's a bigger leap. He's making these type of plays and earning Brady moments. Like, did
Well,
you think you would be talking about
I
that?
didn't, and this is 2 weeks in a row that he's gotten a Brady moment. He's been on fire a couple of times. I feel like with Caleb and the Bears, they just continue to get better and better, and I'm loving it. I didn't know if he was going to be able to be the guy. So far, he is. They've surrounded him with talent. They brought in some good receivers. They got a real good tight end from Michigan and Loveland, who I thought was just going to be a red zone guy, but he's turned out to be a whole field type of guy. He's extremely versatile. And they're running the ball. Swift is actually running the ball this year, which is going to help any quarterback, especially the younger ones. He's still a little reckless to me at times, but it's if the season ended today, the Bears are in the playoffs. That's the interesting thing to me. They are actually in the conversation, and the Packers lose, so we can talk about it even more for Chicago. Yay, Bears! Eagles actually did something right. So by beating Green Bay, the Bears are all I have to lean on right now. Okay, that was his Brady moment. Congratulations to Caleb Williams and Chicago Bears for getting another big fourth quarter win. I'm going to hand it off to you. By the way, it looks like Brandon Newey has lost his internet. So the internet had enough of the
See
disrespect on JJ McCarthy. They were
on
done with it
JJ.
and they moved
Oh
on.
man. Oh
So,
man. Oh yeah, well my guy is Davis Longneck Mills, man. We all know him because he filled in before, and I can't even like exaggerate it, even if I like. It's crazy. But anyway, he had a whole moment that was like led to a moment. Like you had to go backwards to see it, and it was crazy because you're watching it. And it's like this can't happen. This can't happen. No, it's happening. No, it's yep. This is another one. It's not the playoffs. It's not a Super Bowl. It's not anything like that. But let's go back a little. Fourth quarter recap. Davis Mills caught fire. Okay. He's rallying Houston down from 19 in the fourth. He throws two quick touchdowns, one to Higgins, a rookie, and one to Schultz in the back of the end zone. Great throw. High. It's what you're taught. Throw it high in the back of the end zone. Then he hits Nico Collins for a 2-point conversion. And the defense is just shutting down Trevor Lawrence right now. Right. They're just making it impossible for him to move the ball. Final drive, you're like, oh, there's still a lot of time, left. Starting from his own 7-yard line.
ooh,
Davis Mills. This is what we're talking about. I should say that again, right? Not CJ Stroud.
say it again.
Davis Mills. Davis Mills. He leads a 14-play, 80-yard march with a 20-yard, led by a 20-yard strike to Schultz and a late pass interference call, but it was the legit one. That set up a game winner with 31 seconds left. He scrambled himself in for a touchdown to seal the deal, similar to Caleb. So using his legs. But Davis Mills,
Oh.
dude, Davis Mills, it's worth going back and check out. He made it happen, and he was so humble afterwards. It was cool to see. So yeah, you get it. You may not get no award from the fancy TV shows, but here at the QB Huddle, you get a Brady moment for sure.
So I don't know why we're not fancy. We're fancy. One day we'll actually get to send little statues of little Brady out to these quarterbacks. We're just not there yet. We could use a sponsor to help us get there. We would appreciate that. And speaking of sponsors, one more time, if you get tired today, during the day, I really suggest you have some of this Dubby. It's not Doobie. If you want a Doobie, have a Doobie by all means. But this is a Dubby. This is a Dubby. This is DUBBY .GG /discount /QB Huddle, and you will get 10% off. There are several flavors. I'm going to try this flavor today. I've had a couple of other flavors, but I'm going to open this canister today and get me some of the Dubby Energy, and you make sure you get yourself some as well. Before I get us out of here, Lo, do you have any final thoughts or a little RIP for Brandon and his internet router?
No, other than they must have got him. If you retrace where your mail comes from, Nuhi, it's probably from McCarthy land, or Tim typed in. He acts like he's not, but he's probably some technology genius, and he gave you a bug. So, or he's really good friends with the producer. You might want to check New Era too. He probably booted you out.
That's right.
Told you to give this guy the butte. He wants to
Get him
exercise
out of
that
here.
button. Ejectocito. Yeah. So yeah, no, appreciate it. And Nuhi, we'll see you next week, man. Nuhi, at this point, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, just so you guys know, we have a text stream. I think there was 80 text messages on there this morning as we had these conversations before we ever came on camera. So thanks, Brandon, for coming out, showing up, and we always love it when you're out here after a 49er loss. We absolutely love that and appreciate it. That's going to be it for us for today. We'll be back on Sunday, of course, live. Not sure if we might be in the studio. We got to work on some stuff. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll be there for sure. And soon we will be on StreamYard as we're working for that. Just so you guys know who we're with. We're working with Fam Stream Sports. So you can go out, look them up on Facebook. You can look up their website. They got a lot of content, a lot of shows, a lot going on. They've got 3 studios throughout the country. So we're getting in with a big group there and looking forward to it. Thank you to allaccessfootball.com for continuing to put us out in the stratosphere as well. Thank you to New Era Media for producing the show and allowing us to go live and give our opinions on what we think is going on. Real quick, we talked about this the other day, but if you're in the area and you want to play football, the Collin County Crash will be having a practice, open tryouts on Saturday at noon. I'm going to be missing the Michigan versus Northwestern game played at Wrigley Field. So make sure you come out, show out. I'm going to watch the game when I get home, so I'm not missing a thing. But that's going to do it for us. We'll be back Sunday morning live for NFL pregame. Be sure to follow Low at Fourth and Low at TikTok. Follow me at Tim Jitsu and follow Nui at B Nui on TikTok. Until Sunday, I guess it would be. Keep those chains moving, folks. We'll see you soon. Wow, what a show. Lots to talk about today.
Mid-season. It's not disrespect. He's not playing well. And you have to give him that credit too. The credit of you not playing well. You might not be that guy. You might need a lot of time to grow.
Awesome.